Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna check out the Hawkeye's abilities, the buffed up version, and let's see if he's actually gonna be good, man. So his strengths, he's able to deplete 75% of a bar of power from the opponent with every special one, okay, we know that, and inflicts a suppression debuff and perfect release. I'm wondering what that is. And then critical bleeds. Okay, let's go into the kit. I'm really excited. So dialed in. So during special attacks, press the block after the first hit input to slow down time, releasing the block input precisely when Hawkeye releases the arrow grants a perfect release bonus. That sounds sick, man. So he does like an attack on the first hit, and then when he's about to release the arrow, I'm assuming, and then activating perfect release bonus grants a dialed-in passive, increasing the duration of all debuffs inflicted by special attacks by 10%. And all dialed-in stacks are removed when failing to activate a perfect release bonus and max 5. So it doesn't seem too crazy, only 10% duration. I don't even know if people are gonna bother with that. But the first hit, so you press the block after the first hit, okay. That's what I said. And then with basic attacks, you pause the bleeds. I like that. It's like Platinum Pulse 1. For 1 second, I think it's exactly the same, honestly. And then heavy attacks cause a slow debuff. Awesome. Already got some pretty nice utility. A slow with a heavy attack is very, very nice. And then the Sp1, the final hit, has a 100% chance to inflict a bleed. And each bar of power spent beyond 1 grants 1 bleed, plus 1 bleed, and plus 5 seconds duration. And the perfect release attack becomes a guaranteed critical hit. Wow, that's cool. So I'm assuming if it crits, it gets like critical bleed. I'm assuming. But that's cool, man. For every special attack, I like it. I actually like it. So with 2 bars of power, you're gonna get 2 bleeds. With 1, you're gonna get 1 more. That's nice. So with the Sp1, EMP Arrow, it's like the node EMP modification, I think. So Sp1, 100% chance to inflict power drain. Yeah, removing 75% of a bar of power. Oh, is that less? Or it was exactly the same? Maybe it was exactly the same. And then perfect release, 100% chance to inflict a suppression debuff, reducing opponent's combat barrier by 50%. Actually very good. So the developers note, Hawkeye Sp1 is your bread and butter. It has a 100% chance to trigger a power drain and very reliable for power control. With Hercules on the team, draining the opponent's power will grant Hawkeye a lengthy and powerful fury. That's actually a very, very good call, guys. So yeah, he's gonna be very good with that synergy. And then the Sp2, 100% chance to inflict a 25% or 25-second fragility debuff. I love that. And yeah, it grants us more critical rating and reduced block proficiency, and inflict an additional fragility. So kind of like Karnax, man. The Sp2, or yeah, you do it with the heavy attack, but yeah, a lot of fragility debuffs. He's gonna be good, man. Those skilled champions have insane block penetration. But yeah, you have to do that perfect release. So I'm assuming, yeah, it's gonna be more weird from the Sp2 because it's like 2 hits before the arrow. So I don't know if you have to do it before the arrow or after the first hit. I think it's after the first hit, so it might be weird. You have to get used to it. But the Sp3, all bleeds triggered during this attack gain 200% duration based on Hawkeye's critical rating. Cool. And based on Hawkeye's critical chance, bleeds triggered during this attack can be critical bleeds. Multiplying the bleeds potency by Hawkeye's critical damage multiplier. Oh, so I'm assuming you want to build up to an Sp3 and you're gonna have plus 3 bleeds. But how many bleeds does it apply? So all bleeds triggered during this attack. How many bleeds does it apply though? It should be only the plus 1s 3 times. I'm assuming, because it doesn't say it applies bleeds. And yeah, based on his critical chance, he might critical bleed. And based on his critical damage, that's the potency. So I think it would be a very strong Sp3, honestly. But yeah, from what I'm seeing, if the opponent is like bleed immune, you're not going to deal that much damage. The only damage that you're going to have is basically from the suppression debuff and the 2 fragility debuffs. But let me see his signature ability. So landing a critical hit with an arrow shot will cause any personal bleed debuffs triggered to become a critical bleed. That's very strong. And then multiplying the bleed potency by critical damage multiplier. And additionally, each bleed debuff on the opponent reduces their physical resistance. That's pretty nice. So Sig 200, it should be that. And Sig 1, you're gonna have this, the critical bleed. I'm assuming. So that's good, man. So the synergies. Pause all slow debuffs for 6 seconds per level of special attack. I like it. And then arrow restrict, remove all rock stacks and rock charges from the opponent. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's good for Korg. It's nice. And then gain immunity to poison debuffs from non-muted champions. Oh, I thought it was it was like poison immunity for everyone. But yeah, man, this is a pretty solid kit. The only problem is, if the opponent is bleeding you, you're not gonna deal that much damage. Again, the only damage you can have is from the fragility debuffs. But I'm assuming the rotation should be like SP3 and see how many bleeds you do. How many? I think you should apply 3. And then you're gonna have a good duration. It's gonna be like a 15-second duration, which is pretty nice. And if you're using SP1 and SP2, you pretty much want to practice a perfect release, and we're gonna see that when their buffs come into the game. And hopefully it's not that hard to learn. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for the Hawkeye Spotlight. I'm really excited. Like, I don't even know if that was like the, how do you call it? Like the buff where they changed, or if it was just a bonus. I don't think it was just a bonus. I think he got the overhaul, honestly, because he's changed a lot. Like, the only thing that wasn't changed is the power drain, or maybe it got lower. I'm not sure. I think you were draining like 100% of a battle fire, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe I am mistaken. But yeah, is there anything else that we are missing? So special attacks, yeah, perfect release, guaranteed crit. Okay, and then the SP2, you apply those fragility debuffs, which are very, very good debuffs, man. They are so good. Like, I've never really used them for like Stealth Suit Spider, because I think he was the first champion that had those. But now I've used Karnak a lot, and they are very, very good. So the SP3, 200 more duration. Oh, so yeah, you're gonna have 15-second bleeds, but the 200% duration is gonna be 30-second bleeds. Oh man, that Winter Soldier is gonna get beat up when those get in the game, because we're gonna test this guy out, see if he's nice or not. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.